So for today's tutorial, I just wanted to mention this week I will be doing my giveaway, and my giveaway will be the Luxie Detail Face Rose Gold Collection brush set. So all you have to do to win is to be subscribed to my channel and like this video, and please, I've asked many times but no one has, leave a comment in the comment section down below with a song that you might like to hear in one of my upcoming tutorials. So that's it. Subscribe, like, and please leave a comment down below on a song that you would like to hear. So without further ado, my plan for this week is a pretty in pink theme. And so what I will do is, as always, I will show the products that I'm using and then I will mention them afterwards as well. Hope you enjoy. Right now for my base, all I have on is sunscreen. So I'm a little bit glowy, but that's just the sunscreen and my natural oils. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. So I hope you enjoyed that song. That, of course, was Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. It was the acoustic version. And I just wanted to give a shout out or a brief mention. UB40's version of that is also a favorite of mine. I did not think I could do their version justice, so I stuck with the Elvis Presley version, The King. Of course, I love his version as well, but just the kind of flow of UB40's version, I didn't think I could match. Whereas Elvis's version is a little bit more, laid back, calm, makes me think of Hawaii for some reason. I don't know. So what I've done so far is I've put my Rimmel transparent face powder on. I've also put the Hourglass Ambient lighting palette that I use in pretty much every tutorial. I did not use the Anastasia foundation stick in shadow today. So right now what I've put on is dim light, which is right here. And I'm pretty excited because this week I recently, well, if it was this week, obviously it was recently, but I ordered the new Ghost Ambient, the edit palette from Hourglass. So I'm really looking forward to getting that. Unfortunately, it was somewhat expensive, but you know what? I do have their other palette. I'm not going to use it today, so I just have to go down to my drawer to grab it, or I would have it on hand. But I do have this Hourglass palette. And this is the Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 3. And I've loved this one. I've hit pan on 4 of the colors. And the reason that I mention that is because they are rather pricey, but you know what? If you like the brand, if you like that natural look, you will use it, and it does last a long time. I do know, I'm aware they have an expiry date on them, but you know what? I need to get my money's worth. So now what I'm going to do for my pretty in pink look is I'm going to take the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Beaming Blush. So I got this in a little bundle last year, purchased myself, and I use it. I don't use it often, but it is intense. And you may be looking at me right now as I'm putting it on thinking that's not intense at all, but just give it a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it now, and then I'm going to use some blush, and then at the end I will reapply this on top of where I've used my blush so that you could see. But what I like about it is it does have a pink shift to it in the actual pan. However, depending on which way you turn, it takes on a golden shift as well. So I like that. And the Extra Dimension Skin Finishes are always nice by MAC. So I've got those on now. I'm just going to add a tiny bit to the tip of my nose. This week at school, I tried a very, very glowy look. One of the members of my Canadian Makeup Addicts group has been doing very, very glowy looks, and I got a little inspired, but I feel like I may have gotten over inspired because I don't know. I mean, I loved the glow, but by the end of the day, I didn't know if maybe I had taken on too much of a natural glow once my own face oil started blending in with that. So what I will do now for my pretty in pink look is I'm going to take my Natasha Denona Blush and Glow. Right here, I'm going to take the blush, just grab my blush brush, and I will put that on top of the MAC color that I put on. Now this video is going to be a little bit longer than my last one, but not much, because I'm not doing anything too extreme, as I mentioned in many of my videos. Just put a little bit out my nose, a little bit of that across my eyelids. And what I'm going to do is I have some Annabelle, I believe it is. It's an Annabelle chrome shadow that I got from Walmart a while ago. I'm going to put that in the middle of my mobile lid once I'm finished this look. So I'm going to take my big face brush that I use to blend everything together. And I'm just blending the dim light, the Natasha Denona blush, and the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish together. And now what I will do is I'm going to take my Milk Makeup lip and cheek stick in Swish that I've used many times. Just going to put that right on, I don't want to say the apple, because when I go like this would be my apple. I'm putting it just above the apple of my cheek. And then I'm going to pat that with my fingers. I'm just going around the outside, I don't want any harsh lines showing where the blush actually is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Huda Beauty New Nudes shadow palette. I'm going to go into Play, which I go into quite often, which is right here. And then I'm also going to be using, sorry, I have it upside down, so I need to see the names. I'm going to be taking Lace, which is here. I might take a little bit of Secret, which is here. And then I'm actually going to be going into my Too Faced chocolate bar palette because there's a pink in there that I want to use on top of everything. So I'll just grab my big fluffy blending brush. And now, as I mentioned, I'm grabbing Play from right here. And I'm taking that through my crease as my transition color. I am always very envious of the influencers that are such amazing blenders. They have all their different types of brushes and are able to work those tools with such precision and skill. Now I'm going to take Lace, which is right here. I'm going to take that into my crease as well, but I'm just going a little bit lower than I did with Secret. Sorry, was that Play? Play. Right now, I have Secret. So I'm going a little bit lower than I did with Play. And as you can see, together, if you have a fair complexion like I do, those colors do show up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Lace, which is right here. And I'm taking that almost in the same area that I took Play. So hopefully the camera's picking that up. As you can see, that is giving me a nice pink hue. You don't need all three of those colors. You could have one color that makes that. That is something that I find rather, I don't want to say intimidating, but almost inconvenient too. A lot of the times when many influencers use different palettes to achieve a final look, I don't have all of those palettes. And of course you can use what you do have, but just sometimes it's nice to have everyone in one palette, which is why I do like the new nudes. But it is, I'm just going to blow the kickback that's on my Too Faced palette. Hold on. What I do like about this color here, which is called Strawberry Bonbon, is it's a very soft pastel pink. I'm putting that right across my lid with my fluffy blending brush. And hopefully you can see, it's translating in my lighting, hopefully you can see on camera that that almost has a whitish pink look to it. Hopefully you can see that. And then what I'm going to do to just finish off this eye look is I'm going to go back into my ambient lighting palette with dim light. So as I've mentioned in my tutorials before, I do like to use this color a lot as a transition, and I'm not typically, or today, I'm not actually using it as a transition color. I just want to deepen that crease the tiniest or slightest bit without actually drawing attention to it. So I like how that looks right now. I'm going to take my big face brush, just go under my eyes in case I've dropped anything or had any fallout. What I would like to do at this point in time is I'm going to take that Annabelle Chrome shadow that I mentioned, and this is in the color Bismuth. So what Bismuth is it's white with a bluish purple shift. So I'll show you it in the pan, and as you can see I have hit pan on that. It's a cream to powder texture, and I'll show you on my hand. So hopefully you can see there. You can use as little or as much of that as you'd like. I'm just going to tap it on the back of my hand. I don't want too much. And I'm just going to switch fingers because, as I've mentioned before as well, I want to be mindful of what finger I'm using during my tutorial. Okay, so I don't want any more than that. And what I'll do is I will leave that in the middle of my lid just for a little pop. And then I'm going to go back into my Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I'm going to go back into Strawberry Bonbon, and I'm just gonna make sure that I get the space where my lid is directly beside that pop. There we go. Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed, I have not powdered my face fully yet, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go under my eyes with my Rimmel powder and my big Real Techniques face brush. I'm going to go right in my T-zone. And then today for my setting spray, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. But what it is actually is much what I do with my Clinique. It's water in there. It's not really the actual product that was in there to begin with. I am taking my Extra Dimension Skin Finish one more time, as I mentioned I would. I'm going to take that right here on the high points of my cheek. I'm not going to be doing my brows today, although I did do them this week for work. I'm taking this under my brows. The reason being is I am going to put my bangs down momentarily. So hopefully you are getting a look at what that skin finish can do. You can put as little on or as much as you'd like, obviously, whatever is your preference. Just taking that big fluffy blending face brush again. And this is just to avoid any stripes with that Extra Dimension Skin Finish. So for my lips today, what my plan is I'm going to be using MAC. I'm just trying to see what type of lipstick this is. Not the name, but you know how they have their cream sheen, their frost. So anyways, I have a feeling this is a cream sheen. I can check, but it's Snob. It's in the color Snob. So because I'm going for a pink look today, I'm going to keep my lips pink. And then after this, I'm going to apply my mascara. And I'm also going to put a little bit of Buxom Amanda gloss over top of this. You could leave this as is if you want. I have no problem leaving it like this, but I would like just a little bit of a shine. I really like the color Snob because I'm a big fan of the cool pinks, and I do find that this color has a particularly noticeable blue undertone to it. Just did that to avoid getting any on my teeth. So now I'm taking the Buxom lip polish in Amanda, putting that over top. And I must say, I like how this look is turning out. Maybe I could say I did it intentionally, but I didn't, to go with the rose gold theme of my giveaway today. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned in my last video, but the giveaway is courtesy of one of my students who mentioned that if I really want some subscribers, I needed to do a giveaway. Now, this student is also in grade 1, so shout out to you, AE. You know who you are. I'm doing my giveaway courtesy of you. So now let's see if your prediction is correct and see if this encourages a higher subscriber count. So I am using the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I put in an order from Sephora. As I mentioned, I'm getting the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Ghost palette. I also ordered the blushes, so I'm anticipating liking those simply because I have had such good experience with that brand so far. I also put in an order for the Tarte new lash curler that they've come out with this year. It's similar to this one, only it's, as far as I can tell from the picture, it's more of a pink/silver color gem wand or handle this year. I really like those. I know it's a little bit of an indulgence, but I just enjoy using it. And I could have a plain one. I'm sure plain ones, and by plain I mean there's no sort of decorative embellishment on the handle. I'm sure the plain ones work just as well, but I enjoy this one. So I ordered a new one, I will continue to use this one for a certain amount of time before I switch over to the other one. What else did I order? I also ordered these pink, I believe they're Sephora brand, but they are an eye makeup remover, reusable, almost a microfiber type material. I find that I do wear mascara on a daily basis, and I'm using the cotton eye makeup remover pads regularly. I use at least 2 a day, sometimes more. And each time you use them, you just throw them in the garbage after. And I want to be more environmentally aware and environmentally conscious when it comes to things that I am in control of, and that's definitely one of them. So, small changes lead to big changes, and you have to think globally but act locally, as they say. So that's definitely something I can be in control of. So I've put an order in for those reusable eye makeup remover pads. You just wash them in the washing machine after a while. So as always, I'm taking my time with my mascara. I find this step very relaxing, except for when you get some on your lid like I did there, but that's okay. I'll fix that. For those of you who may not know, and I'm sure many of you do, the trick to when you do have some mascara transfer onto your lid while you are applying it is just wait for it to dry. And once you wait for it to dry, you can just use a Q-tip. And then wipe that off, and it should come off no problem without impacting whatever makeup or eye look you've put down already. So now what I'll do is, I would prefer to wait longer to wipe that off, but because I'm going to be spraying my face, I'll just give it a go now. And as per usual, sorry, I'm just leaning over to get something. As per usual, I'm not putting anything under my eye. I went for a very dramatic eye look this week at work, and by the end of the day I felt like a raccoon. So I'm just going to leave it like that this week. And what I'm going to do, as I mentioned, this is just water, but I really enjoy the nozzle, the sprayer on this bottle. So I'm going to cover my bangs while I spray as best I can. This Wet n Wild has a very nice nozzle, nice sprayer, and I like how it comes out. In a perfect world, I would have a brush right now, and I would make sure that my bangs were all straight and even. Just give my hair a little poof there. So that is the look for this week. I hope that many of you enter my giveaway. As you know, it is for this brush set. Again, all you have to do is subscribe, like, and please suggest a song in the comment section down below. And that is for this week's tutorial. Okay. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.